Hey guys, and welcome to this episode of Review Flicks. We're going to be talking about Barry Keoghan hinting at the possibility of returning to play the Joker in Matt Reeves' The Batman Part 2. So guys, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, stay up to date with all the movie news we have going on around here. And with that down, let's jump into this DC news. So we're going to jump into this article from comicbookmovie.com. The Batman Part 2, Barry Keoghan hints at the Joker return for Matt Reeves' sequel. So Saltburn star Barry Keoghan has dropped a pretty big hint that he will reprise the role of the Joker for Matt Reeves' The Batman sequel. Yeah guys, so you remember that scene between, Batman and Joker that was in Arkham Asylum? It was an incredible scene, guys. The dialogue was just chilling. The way they shot the Joker from behind the glass and his face was kind of blurred out. And you could see the kind of disfiguration of his face, but as I say, it was blurred. And your brain kind of tried to fill in what he actually looked like. Towards the end of the scene, you could see the bottom part of his face, underneath the glass, and his lips and his face was all kind of swollen from the chemical burns, and it just looked really chilling, guys. The dialogue was incredible, as I say, the way they shot the scene was incredible. Everything was amazing, and the fact that it was actually a deleted scene that was uploaded about a week after the theatrical release came out, I don't understand why they didn't keep it in the movie, because it was an incredible scene, guys. It's only about 3 or 4 minutes long, and there must have been a good reason why they took it out of the movie. I'm not really sure. But anyway, guys, Barry Keoghan as the Joker, he was pretty damn good in that scene, and I'm looking forward to seeing what he does in the future if he does return. But let's keep reading, guys, and see if we can sort of dissect what's going on with the Batman 2 and see if he is possibly returning. So, Barry Keoghan has addressed his potential return as the Joker in Matt Reeves' The Batman Part 2, and we'd say there's a strong possibility he will be back in the BatVerse's take on the Crown Prince of Crime. So guys, I would say, in my opinion, there's probably an 80 to 90% chance that he pops up as the Joker again, whether it's in, Batman Part 2 or Batman Part 3, whether he has a small or a big role, maybe he's pulling the strings, or maybe he's going to be a big bad. The Joker is such a popular character, guys. It would be crazy not to have him, feature it in another Batman movie at some point. So, while chatting to eTalk about his latest film, Saltburn, I'm hearing good things about that, guys. I need to go and see that. So the Irish actor was asked if he will reprise the role for the upcoming DC Comics sequel, and even though he doesn't come right out and confirm anything, his response is pretty telling. So he goes on to say the following, quote, "I can't really say anything about it. It would be exciting, wouldn't it? To see the Joker come to life again? My smile says all, you know what I mean." So Keoghan was initially said to be playing Officer Stanley Merkel in The Batman, but rumours soon emerged that this was simply a misdirection. That's quite clever, to be fair. So soon enough, the Eternals actor shows up near the end of the movie as an unnamed Arkham prisoner who converses with the Riddler, Paul Dano, but it soon becomes clear that he's supposed to be the Joker, or at least the man who will eventually become the Joker. Yeah, guys, I mean, that scene towards the end of the movie as well, where he's kind of in his cell and you hear him talking, that was kind of creepy. Well shot again, guys. Matt Reeves, what he did with that Batman movie was absolutely incredible. The first sort of 10 minutes of the movie, the opening dialogue scene about the Batman, man, that is just an absolute masterpiece of the genre. Guys, if you have not seen this movie or not seen the opening scene for a while, go on YouTube and put in the Batman opening monologue. It's some of the most impressive storytelling in a comic book movie I've ever seen, guys. About Batman walking around in the shadows, about the criminals in Gotham being scared of him when it turns to nighttime. It's just incredible stuff, guys. And yeah, absolutely amazing. But yeah, guys, like it says, he's being cheeky with his responses when he's being asked about playing the Joker again. There's a small clip as well about this interview, guys, that we can have a look at and get a better context for his reply. So Reeves later shared a deleted scene featuring Keoghan's villain speaking to the Caped Crusader, played by Robert Pattinson. But the filmmaker has said that this shouldn't be taken as an indication that the Joker is being lined up as a main antagonist of the sequel. Yeah, guys, so he probably wants to, have his movie be different from the Christopher Nolan trilogy. Obviously, the Joker in the Dark Knight played a major villain role. And obviously, the Joker has been a main villain in the Batman movies, for a very long time. So he probably wants to change up, the main villains that he's going to have in, the Matt Reeves Batman universe. So I reckon he might have the Joker, but he may be a small role in the background, as I say, pulling strings or maybe working with other villains. But whether he's going to become a big bad in the Matt Reeves Batman universe is, yet to be seen, guys. But it could possibly happen because, like I say, the popularity of the Joker is bigger than it ever has been. So, guys, we got the actual interview here where he responds, about being asked about returning as the Joker. Obviously, we already read the quote, But actually hearing him say it, maybe we can get some better context. So this is Barry Keoghan being asked about returning as the Joker for Batman Part 2. Let's just listen to the context of his reply. So let me unmute that. That would actually help. So here we go, guys.
We hear Batman 2 is expected to start up in the new year. Should we expect to see you? Anything you can tease about that?
Hey, I can't really say anything about that, my man, but you know, it would be exciting, wouldn't it, to see the Joker come to life again? Hey.
Listen, I get it. I agree. I hope
my smile says all. You know,
guys, that's just like, man, that must be so difficult to be in that situation where you know that you're going to continue playing this iconic role, but you can't say anything. And obviously, like the publicists, you know, for DC, they've told the actors, you know, they're under non-disclosure agreements. So he obviously can't say anything when he's asked these questions. But it must absolutely kill him to know that he's going to be playing the Joker again and to be asked a direct question about it and not be able to respond. But I mean, the one thing is you can hide a response to a question, but you can't hide your body language. And, you know, the smirk that he gives, his body language, the way that he kind of replied to it, he had to think of what to say so he didn't get himself in trouble with a response. But that kind of smirk that we can see on his face on screen, guys, it kind of says everything about, you know, the answer that he just gave. And I think there's going to be a 90 to 95% chance that we're going to see Barry Keoghan again as the Joker. And as I say, guys, he's a fantastic actor, so it would be an absolute, you know, insane move to not have him come back in some capacity. But yeah, guys, so when the new DCU slate was announced, James Gunn confirmed that Reeves' BatVerse will remain separate from the DCU. So this movie, along with the upcoming Joker sequel, will be considered Elseworld Tales. I love that DC are doing Elseworld Tales. It's so good, guys. The fact that we can have the main DCU continuity, but at the same time, we can have these separate, established kind of storylines going on that are their own things. They're not handcuffed to the larger DCU continuity. And it's fantastic, guys, because we're going to get stories that we may not have got in the DCU, you know, from James Gunn. And yeah, it's great, guys. Like having this separate Batman universe, it's really good. So a new actor will don the cape and cowl for the Batman, the Brave and the Bold. We still don't know who that is yet, guys, which will also feature a different take on Robin in Bruce Wayne's son, Damian Wayne. I'm excited to see Damian Wayne on screen. That's going to be interesting. So we've got Patterson, Zoe Kravitz, Andy Serkis, Jeffrey Wright, Colin Farrell, are expected to reprise their respective roles. And there are rumors that the sequel will also feature the debut of Dick Grayson, aka the original Robin, and possibly even Clayface. Hush has also been mentioned as a possible primary villain. And Clayface was in there as well. Clayface was being rumored to be the big villain in Batman Part 2. We don't know if that's going to be true or not. But it'd be interesting to see Clayface in there. So specific plot details are still under wraps, but we know that the Penguin spin-off series will set up the story. As far as the official info goes, Reeves has stated his sequel will continue the epic crime saga, but that's about all we have to go on. The Batman Part 2 is set to release in theaters October 3rd, 2025. So we have a heck of a long time to wait yet, guys. You know, nearly 2 years almost. So, guys, yeah, this is kind of interesting. What do you think about Barry Keoghan's response there? You could see that he had to think about what he was going to say because obviously, like I said, the publicists probably told him certain things that he could and couldn't say. So you have to really think about your responses when you're asked a direct question to a role that you're playing. But yeah, guys, it must kill him to not be able to say anything about it. And, you know, when he said, my smile tells all, obviously, like, he's trying to convey through his body language that he will be back as the Joker. I think, in my opinion anyway, guys. Maybe you think something different, but I think, you know, given his body language, he's definitely going to be back. We're definitely going to see him again. And yeah, guys, so I throw it off to you. What do you think about this? Would you be interested in having Barry Keoghan coming back as the Joker? Did you enjoy that scene of him and, you know, Batman conversing at Arkham Asylum? What did you think about it, guys? I'd be interested to hear your take on this. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I will see you soon.